Right, but a victory for Manchester United against Sunderland now, a much needed win for Ruben Amorim with all the talk, all the pressure on him ahead of this game. It was a huge opportunity and a nice win for Manchester United. Ultimately, 2 goals, clean sheet, Sunday LAMMENS debut. United move up to 8th in the Premier League, and yeah, listen, it's crazy what a win can do. It was a much deserved win by Manchester United. It wasn't like a last minute winner, or we were comfortably the better side in this game, and that is ultimately something that is very, very positive. Now you look immediately again, we probably didn't start off the game the greatest. We looked a bit shaky early on, but with Sunderland having some chances, Delo almost get caught out in the back post. Then as soon as you get that bit of brilliant from Mason Mount, which it was a moment of brilliance. It was a great ball in by Mbeumo. Look, something that we've been looking for Mbeumo to be doing every time he gets the ball, where you put crosses into the box, and it was a great control and great finish by Mason Mount into the bottom corner. It was a very, very good finish by him as well. And then the game goes on. You get the long throw in, which works. Ultimately, Benjamin Sesko gets the goal for Manchester United, which is another positive. 2 goals in 2 games now, which again is something that he's needed to build confidence and to build momentum, especially with being a player that's cost that much money. I thought defensively as a team we were very, very good. As I said, on the ball, we looked sharp, we were physical, winning all the duels, and again that's something that's positive. But yeah, the goals are fantastic. I thought Mbeumo played well. I thought Cunha, when he came on, looked all right. I thought the midfield, Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes, I thought Ahmad did well as well. And I think the point of this was to get the win, really. And obviously Amorim went into the game. We knew there was a lot of pressure on him. He said he wanted to see that fight, that dedication, desire. But I want to talk about Sunderland LAMMENS. I mean, he had a fantastic game, a very, very good performance. On your Manchester United debut, to have that performance was class. And again, United kind of, reports were saying anyway, they were waiting for him to kind of ease in, settle in before they do give him a start. And ultimately he's done that. He's impressed in training, and he got his opportunity, and he was fantastic. For me, was easily the man of the match. Like his ability to claim crosses were absolutely fantastic. I thought he was very, very good at doing that. Claiming crosses, which is something that we haven't seen keepers at United do in recent years. I thought his ability to use his left foot and right foot was very, very good. He made that very, very good save from Granit Xhaka. He made some other saves towards the end of the game as well. His distribution is all right. His ability to claim crosses, and it's quite refreshing to see, because we've been used to seeing Binder and Onana, but now I think this is the opportunity for LAMMENS to take it. We've been in desperate need of a goalkeeper. We've been needed to bring someone in with that quality. And yeah, it's one game, but the positives and the signs are there for him to become a top class keeper, because listen, it's not hard for him to be a starter now, because he's got that chance under his belt. And as I said, the saves are fantastic. And yeah, he looked very, very comfortable today. So yeah, 11 recoveries, 2 throws. He acted as a sweeper, very, very good as well. His ability to come out the box. He did have that kind of penalty scare, but I don't think that was ever going to be given as a penalty, weren't it? But yeah, he had a very, very good performance for your first time in the Premier League. Hope we can keep this up. As I said, Mason Mount getting a goal. I think it certainly was an interesting team by Ruben Amorim. 5 changes made from the game against Brentford, with obviously Mount coming in, LAMMENS coming in, Dalot coming in, Ahmad returning, and Casemiro returning. I think there were good changes that needed to be made. I think you look at the game, you look at the quality in which we had. I think Casemiro did improve that. But yeah, listen, we totally dominated the game. In terms of possession, it was close, but in terms of expected goals, 1.88 to 0.71 for Sunderland. 15 shots, 8 for them, 6 on target, 3 for them. And I think in that first half, what I was seeing was last 1-2s between Ahmad and Mbeumo, creating chances, creating opportunities. They both had a few good shots on target. Mason Mount had a few good shots. Bruno had a few chances. So yeah, we did look very, very sharp, and we did look ultimately very, very comfortable, which is something that you need. And it's always good to get this win. Obviously, now we do go into the international break. I think we would probably need another game to increase momentum. But look, we come after the international break. It's some tough games coming up. Liverpool, Brighton. It's definitely not going to be easy for Ruben Amorim, and I think he needs to take it game by game. But ultimately, this was a positive performance, and a performance well needed. So yeah, listen, Manchester United 2, Sunderland 0. I mean, Sunderland, they weren't bad. They did have chances. There were spaces in midfield. But ultimately, I think we defended well. And ultimately, the press, I think the press was like, it wasn't that much intensity. It was the fact that we were waiting for them we were waiting for them to have the ball, and then there would be the trigger to press. Then again, I don't think today the formation was the problem. Sesko, 2 goals in 2 games is a positive. Ahmad, again, was so good today. He was very active down that side. Bruno, again, I thought he had an alright game. Dallo, I mean, someone who had a poor performance. I think it was like one of his first touches. The ball goes out for a throw-in. Yeah, he made wayward passes. He's just, listen, he had an alright game and obviously puts the throw-in in that leads to the goal. But again, it just wasn't a great performance by Dallo. Listen, the job's done at the kind of Old Trafford. I mean, it doesn't get easy after this, but yeah, Ruben Amorim is the first manager to win their 50th match for Manchester United since Sir Alex Ferguson. I think the big thing, clean sheet, 3 points, and yeah, that's it. It should not be underestimated. A clean sheet and the new signs. I think we genuinely could have got more goals. I think we genuinely could have had 4 or 5 goals, and Burmo had chances, Cunha had chances. So yeah, it was absolutely fantastic, and we needed that win before the international break. Now it's all about increasing this momentum and keeping the momentum going on into the next game, because there's some tough games coming up. Anfield next is going to be a difficult game. Brighton after that. But yeah, all in all, happy. I thought the subs when they came on, Cunha, Mainu. Obviously Maguire comes on towards the end, but the subs again were decent. And yeah, listen, it's just a huge shout out to LAMMENS really, because he had a very good performance. And I mean, again, it's the simple things, claiming crosses, which your goalkeeper should do, but it's also the saves, the kind of, I don't think there's much worry anymore now. Obviously it's only one game, but to take that worry away from Manchester United. So yeah, all in all, I'm very happy, and I think it's an important win for Ruben Amorim, but more importantly, a very vital win for Manchester United. Much needed 3 points. As I said, we haven't started off the season in the correct manner, but now you look at where we are, 8th, 10 points from 7 games, which again, we've dropped 11, but yeah, we're not in the worst position anymore. We're not in 14th or 15th or whatever. Now, as I said, the games after this, let me just see what our next couple of games are. I know it's Liverpool, then Brighton. I think we've got Spurs coming up. Liverpool, Brighton, Forest, Spurs and Everton are our next 5. So some tricky games in there in terms of Liverpool and Spurs, but I think Brighton, they've looked good. Forest does look like a winnable game at the moment, and obviously Everton in a few weeks as well. So there are opportunities there for Manchester United, but now another 2-week international break. And yeah, ultimately Manchester United kind of need a win. We needed the win. We got the win. We got the momentum now. And yeah, let's just hope when we come back after the international break, we're talking positive. Now, I'm not going to get carried away. It's only one game, but listen, a win is a win. And I have every right to be excited. I think that is, not excited, but happy and delighted with the points, because again, it was convincing. It was 2-0. We should have won the game. But yeah, let's see what happens. And again, we'll be back with the 5 things. Talking about what Ruben Amorim has said post-game as well, and analysing the game more. But yeah, man of the match, LAMMENS. I thought he was fantastic. Thoroughly deserved to get the man of the match. And ultimately, Manchester United had a very convincing win today.